All right. Gentlemen, start your engine!
Drivers, start your engines!
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Remember what I told all my drivers? Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time. Drivers, start your engines!
And gentlemen, start your engine!
And welcome back to another episode of the Green White Checkered podcast. I am Andrew, joined with Shane. Well, we made it to the All-Star break. Month of May, great month as we talked about. We just got done with Kansas. After the Kansas race, how are you feeling just about the season overall in general?
Nothing's changed from last week. We got the boring race. It was dominated by Kyle Larson, and
who would have saw that coming?
Yeah,
no one
really.
could have seen that coming. Man, yeah, I am very glad I did not go this year because overall that was just a very boring race. Kyle Larson wins stage 1. Kyle Larson wins stage 2. Kyle Larson wins the race. I mean, it's just we saw a couple guys pop in there and maybe contest a little bit. You know, Chase Elliott took the lead on a pit stop, led some laps. Brad Keselowski is the only one to actually pass Kyle Larson on the track. Didn't finish well. Ends up, I think he DNF'd. So, yeah, it's just a lackluster season. It's getting very hard to be excited for the races. I don't know if you're feeling that at all. And kind of going to this All-Star race, I'm feeling it even more. Like, I don't care about this All-Star race at all. It lost its shine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. You kind of are looking forward to a couple tracks, maybe. Like I'm excited, coming up with seeing what Mexico City's like, stuff like that. But it's nothing that the season's doing to draw excitement. It's just you're thinking, oh, maybe this one race can give us something that nothing else has given us all year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm totally with you. Honestly, as far as the All-Star race goes, the most exciting thing might be the pit crew challenge.
Yeah, I don't disagree there. Back in the day, though, it was still a better pit crew challenge. I think, like in the 2000s, they did the really cool stadium style pit crew challenges. I don't know. Like, got done with last week and it's like, okay, cool. We have 1 week of Fox. Oh, it's the All-Star race. Like, I'm just over it already. Hey, but we need that spark, right? Something's got to get the season going. Last year, I mean, we started off with just good race after good race after good race. A 3-wide finish at Atlanta, closest finish ever in history at Kansas, and we kind of rode that until Richmond, and then it kind of dove off through the championship, and there were some other issues there. And this season just hasn't had a high point. I mean, Josh Berry winning maybe is the high point. There's nothing else going on. It's just you see aero blocking nonstop, the car issues. They're still talking about the tires, and it's just like you need more horsepower. We need less grip. Just like, I don't know, narrow the tires, please. Just do that. That's less grip. We don't have to worry about the softer tire. You're going to burn up the tires. With more horsepower too, you'll burn them up. But we saw, was it McDowell last week took 2 tires and he stayed up front. And or was that 2 weeks ago? He was up there last week too.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Wasn't he up? Who was it last week that took 2 tires? Somebody did. But they just don't fall off like they need to. And it's just, I don't know. We can continue blaming the tires, but that's not the problem. We need less downforce. There's so much wrong. And that kind of leads me to another point, like the All-Star race, and it just races in general. We're chasing this car but we're years behind. Like, so we had, the last card was Gen 6, awful at 1.5 mile tracks, right? So we go away from all these mile and halves. You got the Roval, you got uh, the North Wilkesboro All Star Race. We left Charlotte, stuff like that, and it's just like, okay, now we got a car that's really good at the mile and a half, so we're not going to Charlotte for the All Star Race. It's just, I don't know. We're chasing, but we're so slow on chasing what the car is good at, and it's frustrating. I'd be a lot more excited if the All Star Race is back at Charlotte.
Yeah. I mean, especially in this car.
Yeah. It's put on pretty good races at 1.5s, and I mean, Charlotte in general has been a pretty good race. So I don't know what we do here. Going back to Homestead for the championship race next year is a start, but let's do something. Let's get away from North Wilkesboro for the All-Star race. It's not a thing anymore. It had the shine the first year, like everyone's like, oh yeah, North Wilkesboro, and then the second year it was like, yeah, North Wilkesboro. And everybody I've talked to is just not excited for this race. It was a bad race last year. It was whoever was out front was the winner. It's what it was. Got dog and cat fighting right behind me. But we just saw the Joey Logano show last year, and I don't know what we do.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the All Star race should be in a rotation. I would be for trying tracks that aren't on the circuit.
Okay. Just random, maybe like short tracks here and there.
Yeah, they got that
Chicagoland,
the big one in Pensacola. That they do the what is it? They do that big event every year. Gosh dang it! Trying to think. I'll get back to that.
Okay. What about? Oh man, I had it in my head and I just forgot it. The fairgrounds, Nashville Fairgrounds.
Yeah,
I know Dale Jr. has been working hard on that for years. Another short track though, and again, this car's not great at short tracks. So I don't know. It's just they need to do something, but they need to start going to the strengths of this car. I mean, that's why we had all the road courses too. Is the previous car was better at road courses, and then his car is awful at road courses. And now we're stuck with, I don't know, what do we got, 5 or 6 road courses on the schedule. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, we're chasing, but we're chasing like multiple years too late every time.
Yeah. So I was talking about Five Flag Speedway in Pensacola. Okay. They do the Snowball Derby every year.
Okay. Yep. I like in my mind, I was like, 5 Flags? And I was just like, no, that's not what he's talking about. But okay. Yep. Yeah. Could do that. I don't know. It's just we need a larger speedway in my mind. I don't think we go to a road course. I don't know what we do. It's got to be something to draw in fans though.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, nobody seems excited for this.
I mean, I think I'd be more excited if you put them on dirt.
Yeah.
Maybe in a different car.
Yeah, late models. Let's get them some dirt late models, late models are safer. I was gonna say sprints, but I don't think anybody wants to see their driver go out there in a sprint car and get injured. So, yeah, I honestly like you throw them all in late models. That'd be a great show. You get a lot of fans watching that. Take them to Eldora, Knoxville would be pretty cool. There's tons of dirt tracks you could go to, honestly. Just don't do it to Bristol again. Actually, what if we did that? What if we went to Bristol in asphalt stock cars or late models or something? Kind of like the Cars Tour, but with NASCAR drivers.
Yeah, I mean, you got to see it's not working. You got to start trying something.
Yeah. But I don't know. NASCAR in general just seems to be disconnected from the fans of what we want. And I mean, last year they called us bots because of what we were saying. It's like, no, like listen to us. I actually just saw the CW watches Reddit during the race to see what fans are commenting and saying. And they're actually making adjustments in race to the broadcast. I'm like, holy shit, what a fantastic idea. You're listening to the fans live. Like, just, I don't know. And then NASCAR is just like, nope, our way. You know what? Let's give Marcus Smith a caution just to throw out whenever. Perfect idea. Yeah, that's what the fans want. It's just a complete disconnect. It's like you go all the way back to the playoffs, or I don't know, what was it called originally? Was it the playoffs originally?
Chase.
Was it the chase? Okay.
Yeah.
Like the drivers hated it. Hated the idea. It was just to stop Jimmy Johnson. And then it was after that, it was the stage cautions. Nobody wanted that. Like nobody. And it's just everything they keep on doing is just not what the fans want to see. And they think it's going to bring in these new fans. Well, you're not bringing in new fans. Let's keep the diehard fans. Let's keep, our solid fan base. But they're just like pushing us aside, like, no, we want the new people. I don't know. It bothers me. It bothers me so much. You can have great racing, and that'll bring in more fans. Simple enough.
Yep.
The better on track experience, the more people that are going to watch, and we're just not getting that. So,
do you think we would get? Do you think it would be exciting if? I mean, obviously the racing's boring, but we had more attitude amongst the drivers as far as like the Winston
personality.
Cup. Yeah, well, not just personality, like tempers.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about what, like Tony Stewart, and then I guess you had Dale Earnhardt's, Intimidator, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then you just would see fights after races all the time, like way more often than you do now. Now they get in so much trouble that they don't want to do it.
Yeah. So that's the weird thing is like NASCAR doesn't always punish them. It's just, I don't know, it's a weird deal. And NASCAR really needs to define this. Like, do you want to have boys have at it, which they've said that, but then they find the guys, or you get people going out there and punching people and there's no fine, no penalty, nothing like that. And it's just like, you got to choose here. Which do you want? You got to market yourself better. That's like one of the main things. Back in, the early 2000s, NASCAR was everywhere. We were on cereal boxes. We were on TV shows. Drivers were making appearances in movies. Toys everywhere. SNL, it's just NASCAR was everywhere. And now it's like you get a Napa commercial here or there or an AutoZone, and that's it. I don't know. You just don't have the marketing, the personalities. I mean, Chase Elliott's the most boring driver in the world, and yet he's the most popular driver. Dude's a freaking walking 2x4. Just, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, if the racing was exciting and the marketing was better, do you think we have the guys to?
I do. There's some great personalities out there. I mean, I'm not a host of our fan, but I think he brings a lot to the sport. Chastain, same thing, great personality. Bubba, I know a lot of people hate Bubba, but guess what? He's hilarious sometimes. Blaney is too, but Blaney seems to be more reserved. And I don't know, it almost seems like we're more PR people out there anymore for most of the drivers. And it's just like, let them go. Road America a couple years, who was it? Haley and Allmendinger were just shooting the shit, talking. Hilarious. Like, we need to be showing stuff like that. Like, they're just going back and forth, just roasting each other, basically. Just at this, like, Chevy tent. And, oh, man, like, best buddies just roasting each other is what it was. And the normal fan would love this, but we don't see it. And with Fox, that race ends and so does the coverage, right? they have done a little bit more post race, but nothing like we used to get. So I don't know. It's such a weird thing. I'm ready for Fox to be over after this week, and I'm excited for Amazon. It can't be any worse. That's all I keep on saying. I mean, Dale Jr. is going to be in the booth. That's a plus.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's going to be exciting. That alone will bring people just at least the first week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Coke 600, I think, is going to bring in fans no matter what, right? Longest race, not always most exciting, but you get that double header with Indy and the Coke race, and fans watch. So, yeah, it can't hurt to have Junior. Who are the other ones? I had it in my head and I don't remember, but it's going to be an upgrade from what we got now.
No doubt. No doubt. I mean, do you like
Adam Alexander and Steve Letarte? That might be a good duo, Steve Letarte and Junior.
Yeah. Do you like Fox's team as far just the team? No.
No, they clash so bad. It was funny. I was watching the All-Star race from last year about a half hour ago, and Joey crossing the line. And Joey Logano wins the 40th running of the All-Star race. And it's just like, what the hell was that call? No excitement from Mike Joy. I think Harvick and Clint Boyer, they clash. Like, their personalities do not go together. I don't think Clint's that good in the booth to begin with. Kind of goes back to what I talked about last week, where they treat us like children, and I don't think that's what Clint is good at. I think you put Clint on a anything goes broadcast, Clint would probably be really good. But they just try to act like we're brain dead idiots and know nothing about racing, when I've watched racing for 30 something years, 32 years. It gets annoying being treated like a child every week. So,
what about NBC? Do you like their?
It was better.
You like Lee?
Oh yeah, lovely. Honestly, I saw a lot of people last year didn't. I don't get that. His calls were awesome.
For me, it was a adjustment. Like the first few weeks, I was like, "Oh man, this just doesn't feel like I'm watching NASCAR."
Yeah,
like I feel like I'm watching
accent.
F1 or something. But then, like after a few weeks, and like I was used to it, it was awesome. Like the best of the year, I thought.
Yeah, his passion for the sport, it feels like, just racing in general, and then he's got excitement, and he projects it really well. Whereas, like I said, with Mike Joy, it's just is it Ben Stein? Is that the dude's name? The Bueller, you know what I'm talking about? Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the teacher. No, very monotone, just no excitement. Oh, it sucks. Which, actually, hold on. Now that I'm thinking about this, the Kansas race, when Brad hit the wall, the delay. Did you catch that?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, dude. So the camera is literally on Brad. He hits the wall, and it's like 15 seconds of nobody talking. And like, oh, Brad's in the wall. It's like, yeah, he's been in the wall. Like, he's in turn 4 now, and he hit the wall in turn 1. Like, oh, dude, it was awful. I don't know what we're watching in the booth. If we're watching anything. If you're watching a monitor, you saw it live. So they're not watching the monitors. If you're looking out the window, I don't know what you're watching. It's just so bad. Like, I know we just switched race directors for Fox. Hopefully they improve next year and it gets better. But yeah, I don't know. I'm so ready for Fox to be done. How do you feel about the Fox booth?
Some weeks, I feel like it's up and down. I do like last year when you went from Boyer to Jeff Burton. I like Boyer more, like in that role. He's just more entertaining. Like whether it's what you would call good, I don't know, but he's more entertaining to me.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. That's just his overall personality, right? He's more of a showman, whereas Burton's, I don't know, the old driver, right? I just,
Burton was fine, but they were missing Junior last year.
yeah. And I thought Junior brought them together pretty well. And that's more in the like technical aspects. Like Burton and Junior would work really well together. Honestly, any old driver and Junior are going to work well together because they're going to talk. Like Harvick and Junior would be probably a really good duo. It's just, like I said, I think Harvick and Boyer clash, and you can hear it just in the broadcast. Harvick gets annoyed with Boyer, and they'll be talking about something for like minutes, and then Boyer will just like chime in, and they're like, yeah, that's what we've been saying. It's just like, what is going on? I don't know. The Letarte and Junior might be good. Adam Alexander, we'll see. It's still got to be better. And like I said, just give me a freaking Manning cast. Just do that, please.
What current drivers do you think would be good? I know like Logano and some others do Xfinity sometimes, but like not necessarily just them. It could be them, but like who do you think will be good in that role down the line if that's what they choose to pursue?
Oh, I mean, Logano is pretty good in the booth. I'm trying to think. Was it Logano and Brad that was in the booth like in an Xfinity race last year? And it was really freaking good. It was like, yes, more of this. I think Cindric's been up there a couple times, and I thought it was okay.
Suarez did a race.
That one was not good to me. I couldn't understand. Like, I could understand, but I couldn't understand. Like, I literally like had to listen to him.
Yeah.
And I mean, for some markets that might be good, but I didn't enjoy it. I didn't think they worked overall there. But Hamlin, maybe if he retires, might be good. He might lack the excitement that you're looking for from a broadcaster, but he's going to have like the Dale Jr. technical ability. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was the Brad Logano duo that ended up working really well in an Xfinity race once.
Could you see Kyle Busch?
No. Kyle just gets frustrated so easily and bored, it seems like, too. I think he'd tune out just on himself pretty quickly. He might be good at like spots here and there, but I don't know. I don't think he'd fit. I'm trying to think who else in the field would be good. Like, there's some younger guys that I think would be good, but you're not getting them for a long time, and it's not even worth like mentioning their names. I'm trying to think of older drivers. Who else is getting up there? I mean,
I don't know. You have like that group of like Hamlin, Keselowski, Busch.
yeah.
And then
We just-
McDowell is older. And then you got
He
like a
wouldn't be good.
gap, and then it's like Logano, but Logano is not that old. He's just been racing forever.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. Like, maybe Keselowski and Hamlin. That'd be my only two guesses on like the close to retiring. Yeah. So, okay. What else do you want to talk about this week? You want to do any betting on the All-Star race? I mean, there's not, for the odds right now, it's literally just race winner and, did they pull the, oh no, they got the driver props still up there and 4 head-to-heads. So, do you got any outrights you like? I got one.
And what's that?
That's Josh Berry, plus 1,800. I like the odds. He's a short track driver. He ran okay last year, I want to say. So yeah, I think I'd go that route. But anything else, like in my head, I was like, Blaney's got a really good shot to win this race. Blaney's second favorite at plus 600. It's just like, I might pull the trigger on that. Just a little safe money, kind of like last week, Larson, safe money. How are you feeling about Hamlin's season so far? Do you think he's got a shot this week?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. There's it just feels off to me. It seems like that team's slow. Last week they had a fast car, but had clutch issues, and he ended up retiring out of the race. I think he was one of the only people that could compete with Larson if he didn't have those issues. So I don't know. How about Elliott? He seems to show up for these races, the
Yeah.
ones that don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Won the Clash.
Plus 1,000. Yeah. I was strongly considering that, but he didn't run that great last year. I think he got a top 10, but he never competed. So that one's kind of hard for me to even think about. I don't know. I think you stick with the favorites for the most part. Bubba actually did okay last year. I think Reddick did too. I just think 2311's off a little bit. So I think when it comes down to it, you're looking just basically at your normal Larson, Blaney, Hamlin, Bell, Byron, and maybe Logano's, which it's boring, but that's this season for the most part.
Who do you think is going to win the Open?
I don't even know what the lineup is for the Open. Whoever starts up front. Let me put it that way. Let me get it up here real quick.
Which that's being determined by the pit crew challenge, right?
I believe so, yes.
So you might see someone like Ty Gibbs win that.
He won it last year, right? He either finished first or second. He advanced because of it. So our Open is Gregson, Haley, Dillon, Cody Ware, Dinger, Wallace, Gilliland, Herbst, Smith, Custer, Nemechek, Jones, Gibbs, Priest, Chad Fincham. That's who's winning the All-Star Open right there. McDowell, Hocevar, Gisbergen. I will probably go with Gregson, Gibbs, or give me one of the Spire cars. I could see one of the Spire cars pulling this out. Actually, Haley. For some reason, it's just in my mind that he could probably go out there and win this. The Open, not the All-Star race. He'll be second or third to last in the All-Star race if he makes it. See, that's what is going on with DraftKings. Do they have it split? No, they don't. So, like, all the drivers I just mentioned are not bettable, I don't think.
Yeah, you got to wait and see who wins the. Which you're only going to have like an hour.
Well, see,
the Open's at 5:30 Central Time, and then the race is at 7.
Probably about an hour and a half layover. Well, the thing is, they usually have an open race you can bet on, and it's usually just outright. That's not available. So I don't know if they're waiting for qualifying on that or the Pick Crew Challenge. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I'd probably hit whichever one of the Spire cars is starting closest to the front. Be McDowell, Haley, or Hocevar.
Who do you think gets the fan vote?
Out of that group, man.
Yeah, because one of them get in because of fan vote, right?
Probably Noah Gregson.
Is Bubba in that group?
Bubba is in there.
So I feel like he if they did like upvotes and downvotes, he'd have like the most upvotes but the most downvotes.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, there's nobody in there that I'm like, oh yeah, the fans love this guy. I mean, SVG, maybe.
Yeah, that might.
I know Todd Gilliland's been pretty active on social media trying to get fan votes. So is Noah. So I'd probably go with one of them. I don't think anybody's actually a Ty Gibbs fan. Definitely not Cole Custer. Yeah, it's give me Noah Gregson fan vote winner. He won it last year though, didn't he? He wrecked his car but still made it in. Is that right?
I don't remember. For whatever reason, I'm blanking on the All-Star race last year.
He didn't miss much. The open race was good, and then the actual race was awful. I do remember that because that's the first race that we had the option tires, right?
It might have been.
Yeah. So, let's see if I can look this up real quick. I don't know if I'm going to find it. Yeah. Noah Gregson won it last year, and he had a damaged car. So, yeah, he's going to win it again. Can I bet on that? Let me bet on that right now. I'm pretty sure you can't because you could manipulate the hell out of that. That's the other thing, the fan vote. Okay, hear me out. In order to vote, you have to register on the NASCAR website. Why can I vote multiple times a day? Just one vote. Easy. If you're making me register, one vote. It makes no sense to me. That's the same with the popular driver. You get like 40 people in Dawsonville, wherever the fuck, or Mooresville, or wherever the hell, and they just sit there and vote for Chase Elliott nonstop or something because I don't know how this guy wins anything. If you can't tell, I'm not a Chase Elliott fan. He's mid as a driver, and he has zero personality. He brings nothing to the sport besides the last name. So, speaking of, did I tell you I have a 1988 Bill Elliott Championship T-shirt in the package I just got?
Oh, nice.
Dude, it's pretty legit. Like, probably one of my favorite NASCAR collectibles I have right now. I just posted on Reddit. So,
You
it's
said
pretty cool.
you just got it?
I got it last weekend. I went up to Wisconsin. I got a bunch of stuff. I got some Jeff Bodine X-Side. It was a 1994 T-shirts. Bunch of Dale Jarrett stuff. I got 3 Dale Jarrett jackets with tags on them still. 1 Quality Care, 2 UPS. I got some Roush Racing with Mark Martin and Ted Musgrave on it. Dude, like awesome old NASCAR apparel. And most of them are still in the package. So it's like,
What were you, mantiquing?
there was an auction. It was a Ford collector. Like, dude, if it said Ford on it at all, this dude bought it, and he had money. I think they said he had like 300 Ford tractors. Most of his car collection went to Indianapolis for their big car auction, but the stuff that didn't, it was like every new model that came out, like the new body style, he'd have one of every color. And it was like the 24 F-150s, he had like one of every like submodel of the trucks. And it was just like, what the fuck? I want to be that rich. We did some diving. He was like a water park designer / contractor. And he did all over the world shit. So dude was loaded. But yeah, no, a bunch of old Ford collection stuff. And it was really cool. Got some John Force stuff too. He's a big John Force fan, apparently.
Wow, that is cool. That's a cool find.
Oh, dude. Oh, Morgan Shepherd, number 21 Wood Brothers T-shirt. It's pretty cool looking too. But yeah, it's rare stuff. That's for sure. I can't find anything about the Bill Elliott shirt. Like, it might be the only one left in existence. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'm going to do with them. Like right now, they're just sitting in a box. They might go back in to a giant Tupperware thing in a dark corner where it's going to be dry and not be seen for 10 more years. Who knows?
Do you have a lot of competition?
Some of the stuff I did. I know like the jackets kind of got bid up a little bit. There was one Dale Jarrett jacket I did not get because the guy was bidding it up quite a bit. I mean, I still got him cheap. I think I paid $60 for the driver's line jacket, which is like, I don't know, the higher quality one. $60 for that's not bad. Some of the t-shirts, so I didn't get many of the t-shirts, but I still ended up with like 40 of them. Some of the lots went for a lot of money and didn't make any sense to me. Oh, I got a Ford Pinto t-shirt that actually I really like. It's got the Pinto logo and stuff on it. Yeah, I don't know. It was a really cool auction and a lot of cool stuff in it. I will say that. A lot of the old NASCAR stuff I did get though. Some of the other stuff was just like Ford racing and just Ford in general. But yeah.
Yeah, it would have been. I'm assuming it wasn't on. The guy, I'm assuming, passed away.
Yeah, he passed away.
And it wasn't at his property, like it wasn't an estate sale, huh?
No.
Okay.
No, it was at it was basically a giant barn is where they had everything laid out when I went up there to get it. And it was online, so
Oh, so the auction was online. It wasn't a live auction.
no.
Okay.
It was a live online auction.
Yeah,
That made
yeah,
sense. Like,
yeah, but like not an in-person. I got you.
no. But yeah, I think I got lucky because like the main stuff that they were showing was like this dude had more stuff than a Ford dealership as far as oils and stuff goes. Like I'm not kidding. He had cases and cases of like every oil you could get, air filters, oil filters. Like I don't know why he collected that stuff, but it was all Motorcraft. Everything was Motorcraft. He had the car wash solution, seat conditioner that was Motorcraft. It was just like windshield washer fluid. There was a fuck ton of that, like cases of it. I don't know, weird, but hey, to each their own, right? If you can afford it, why not? Dude basically had his own Ford dealership. Yeah, I'll have to share some pictures with you on our Discord or something. A couple of things. But I was very happy. I spent more money than I wanted to, but overall, I think it's a good haul. I think I might be trying to buy a race car this weekend on an auction. We'll see.
Really?
1960 Formula V project, but it's like 90% complete. So we'll see. It just happens to be we have a contractor from work from Michigan, and he goes home every weekend. Well, it's really close. The auction's really close to his house. I was like, hey, man, just bring that down if I win it. So, oh, yeah, no problem. I'm like, wait, really? He's like, yeah, no problem. I'll just throw in my truck. I'm like, okay, I might actually buy this now. We'll see what the old lady thinks, when it comes time to actually do it. But she said if I get it cheap, I don't think she cares. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah, take it up to Road America, which I'm going up to Road America for Vintage Weekend this weekend. So, yeah. Be cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'd love to get back out on the racetrack and do something. But, yeah. Oh, man, we got off track there. But, I don't know. I need to get a better place for all my collectibles. Like, I have probably 200 die casts all the way back, from mid-90s to now. And it's just like they're in boxes in my basement. I don't know. I got to display them somewhere. But
yeah, you can make a badass background. I mean, you already have the car, the car. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'd like to get some more sheet metal, like driver doors and stuff like that, or roofs. The number, right? That's what I like. I know some people like quarter panels and stuff like that, but I don't know. The numbers, the iconic thing. So I watch Facebook for that stuff, but man, people want some money. A lot of times you got to get lucky and be at a race when somebody wrecks. But yeah, someday I'll actually get to it and figure out what I want. Okay, well, what are we going to talk about? We got Indy qualifying this week. I haven't really kept up with anything yet on Indy. I haven't heard any news. I mean, obviously, you had Kyle Larson hit the wall a couple weeks ago during whatever test that was. That was just a McLaren test or what? But I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, me either. Are you going? You are going, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
I will be at the Indy 500. Yep. If anybody wants to pay for me to hop on a private plane and go to the 600 also, feel free to reach out and pay for that. I'll buy your ticket for the race. How about that?
Yeah, that's a pretty good trade-off
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. Right?
Uh,
It would be cool as a fan to do the double, right? You go watch the race, hop on a plane, go there, like get the helicopter too from the airport too.
does anybody do that?
I'm sure some rich person does it. I mean, they have to, but I'm sure they're not in a rush, right? Because they don't have to get in the car.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what like Amazon should do one year is get like 5 fans and make it like an amazing race contest where they have to do this themselves. Like, say, here's your budget, figure it out, and you have to be there, the full Indy 500 and lap 1 of the Coke 600. Like, that'd be entertaining. Just news crew following, or not news crew, video crew following around a couple people trying to race the other teams.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine there'd be too much difference in the planning, though. I mean, it'd simply be different private jets.
Yeah, but like I said, you got to budget them. So don't you got to find a way to make it to where they can't just be like, here's all my money for a private jet, fly me. Or make rules to where like you can't take a helicopter from the racetrack to the airport or something like that, and just see what they come up with. Like, are you just sprinting the whole way? You got an e-bike or something? I don't know. They could figure something out. You got time now. You got a whole year to plan this out.
That is a very interesting concept.
I know.
It would definitely be entertaining. I'd be worried that if I was Amazon, not as a fan, but if I was Amazon, I'd be worried about the such a short time frame and people doing something real stupid.
Yeah. I could see that too. Maybe you make it just like lap 1 of the Indy 500 or halfway through the Indy 500, and then you have to be at, Charlotte.
You can only miss so many combined laps.
Okay.
So you plan it out where
maybe that's what you do is you just do the winner sees the most racing laps.
Yeah.
So like you can go to Charlotte, but you're only going to get 400 laps, or you can go to Indy, which is what? Is it 200? It's somewhere around there. So then you'd prioritize Charlotte, right? So you'd watch some laps at Indy, try to hop on a plane to Charlotte. You'd beat the traffic, but you're just trying to bide your time. That's what it would be too. It'd be like somebody being there at like lap 100 and leaving and then rushing to catch that airplane, right? As the door's shutting, they're like sliding through the door or something. I don't know. No luggage. You don't need it. It'd be funny. You can make it, though. And I mean, you just show it, do like a 20 or 30-minute pre-race show out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, you could get it diverse contestants as far as you get the old school like redneck NASCAR fan who's never even thought about flying private, and then you get the foreign Indy fan, and you get something in between, and it's just like a diverse cast. That would be pretty entertaining.
See, a lot of people, like, if you haven't been to the Indy 500, it's such a weird group of people. Like, it's so hard to explain, but you'll go and you will see people that look like they're from the Kentucky Derby, like rich, wearing polos, drinking champagne out of glasses, like literally people walking around with champagne glasses. Some of them have a bottle too with them. And it's just like, what the fuck? And then you'll get your NASCAR redneck in a cutoff and jean shorts. Looks like they haven't showered in days, eating literally burritos and tin foil that they pull out of their cooler. And it's just like, what the fuck is this place? It's so weird. Like, so diverse. I mean, it's what, 500,000 fans, I think, that fit there. Well, and then you got the EDM fans because they have a freaking concert the whole race in the infield. And so you got all these college kids that are just partying from, I think it starts at like 7 a.m. It's crazy. Indy is just a whole new level of weird. It's so fun, though. I go every other year. So, yeah.
Are the grounds nice?
Yeah. It's I mean, they keep up with it. They need more food vendors. That'd be the only downside. Like, they have a couple of food trucks like right outside the turns and that, but for the most part, it's kind of lacking there. Bathrooms are pretty good. I went to the infield last year. I can't remember much of it. I think it was okay. I think there was quite a few bathrooms and stuff like that. But just the lack of food vendors. But you can bring in anything you want, like anything. Like I said, I had a guy in front of me, I don't know, it was 4 years ago now, literally pulling burritos out of his cooler and just eating them during the race. Oh, and another person had fried chicken. They were just pulling fried chicken out of theirs. It's like, what the fuck is going on? That was my first year there. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Like, me and the old lady were just like, what the hell? Like, we could bring anything? It's just like, yeah, there's people with bottles. Like I said, champagne bottles. There's people chugging Fireball. It's anything goes. Yeah. I've been in turn 4 every year. This is my first time in turn 1. So I've heard turn 1's more relaxed, less of the party culture type. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what to expect. But hopefully the weather's good.
Yeah. What we're that's Memorial Day weekend?
Yep, that's next weekend. Yeah, and then we usually go to a Cubs game the day after. So kind of on our way back.
You going to the Cubs game Monday against the Rockies?
Yep.
Me too.
Are you really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
We don't have tickets just because every year we, like, if it rains on Indy, we're still going to Indy. So, but you can usually find tickets for the Cubs games decently easy. You might have to pay a little more, but
Just go sit in the bleachers.
Yep. We'll be there if weather plays nicely. Which,
yeah.
Last I checked, it's supposed to be cooler, which I'm fine with. Indy's just a weird, like, you can wake up in the morning. I think last year we started off with like jackets on because it was in like the high 40s. And then by race time, it was like 95 or something like that. So major swings in weather. Obviously last year it rained. Hopefully we avoid that. But
yeah.
Maybe we'll have to get a drink at the Cubs game or something. We'll have to post in Discord.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, got anything else to talk about NASCAR or Indy or?
Not
You're
really.
off?
They're not giving us much to talk about.
I know. You're off next week. I think Joe will be filling in. He's an IndyCar guy, so we'll have a little bit more IndyCar knowledge.
Good timing.
Yeah. Good spot for him to fill in. He's not going this year, so that's kind of disappointing for me. I was like, man, we'll get a party, but oh well. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this show up. I will be back next week. You have a good vacation. Maybe I'll meet up with you at Chicago, Wrigley.
Yep.
Yep.